Hastings, Nebraska. We present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Welcome to a Friday. Made it through another week, the third day of October for 2025. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic, ready to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. A lot to talk about, of course, Nebraska's football team returning from the bye week. They're going to be taking on Michigan State tomorrow at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. We'll talk about that coming up. Volleyball team, the women's soccer team for the Huskers, also in action this weekend. Hastings College football team, a tough one tomorrow over in Orange City, Iowa, as they take on the Northwestern Red Raiders. We'll talk about that. Volleyball team is also in Orange City. They'll play at Northwestern tonight. Meanwhile, the Hastings College men's and women's soccer teams on the road. They're playing in Forest City, Iowa, as they take on the Warriors from Waldorf tomorrow. The Nebraska Kearney football team and the volleyball team will be in action this weekend. Of course, full slate of high school football coming up for you tonight. And some high school softball we'll tell you about. Some major moves for the Hastings Sodbusters beginning with the 2026 season, brand new owners and a brand new league that they'll be competing in. That's some breaking news out here this morning. We'll talk about that coming up. NFL football from last night. Strange things happened on a Thursday night. They did. San Francisco beating the Rams last night. And the Major League Baseball playoffs continue yesterday as the three remaining wild card series wrapped up as they move into the divisional series now beginning on Saturday. So all that and more is coming up. Hopefully we'll get to Josh Lewis. He is the head coach for the Adams Central Patriot football team as Adams Central gets ready to play the Aurora Huskies tonight. We'll hear from the head man coming up later on this hour. Plus we've got the Blazing Five, renamed this week as the Frozen Five. That is coming up for you at 7:30 this morning. So all that and more straight ahead as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning.
And good morning. It's Frozen 5 because it's cool, right? Like, because our picks are so cool. You can't wait to get to them. Can't wait to have them get unveiled. No, it's because the IT guy went ahead and anchored our ship last week, and we couldn't get into the blazing category. But
that's because
happy to be here, happy to be rolling.
Yeah, you and I were not miraculous last week in our Blazing Five picks.
We were par for the course.
Yesterday, I told you San Francisco didn't have a snowball's chance in hell of beating the Rams last night because all the injuries that they sustained on their team. They didn't have their quarterback.
Yep.
They didn't have a couple of wide receivers. They didn't have this, didn't have that. Well, last night, the 49ers, they beat the Rams in overtime, 26-23. I didn't see it at the end because I was night by that time, but evidently making a stand there down around the 10-yard line on a 4th and 1 call to win the game. So kudos to the 49ers. And all of a sudden, we've been talking about poor me, poor the San Francisco, all these injuries. The 49ers are now 4-1 on the season.
Yeah. And it's almost like y'all should have listened to me when I said weird things happen on Thursday nights. Don't play Thursday nights. Thursday night games are trap games. Don Brown, Jim Schleicher, Rick, the IT guy. They will not survive.
Yeah, they all had the Rams last night. In fact, do we have like 4 or 5 people?
Five
people on the Rams last night?
Whoever I just rattled off.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 on the Rams. So there you go.
Four people out.
17-13.
13 people left in Survivor. It still says 17 on our screen, but that means that it doesn't update until the final game of the week. But, we've already gotten into the website, and 4 people go down last night, taking the Rams over the 49ers, and what looked like a sure thing.
There's a lock. I would have played the Rams against the 49ers if that game was on a Sunday. I would have done it. I wouldn't have used Detroit yet. I would have used the Rams in that matchup based on the injuries against the 49ers had that game been anywhere but Thursday night. And now we see why.
The Niners entered the game last night as a 8.5-point underdog.
Ouch.
Thursday night's win was their first outright victory with odds that big since 2011 against the Philadelphia Eagles when they were 9.5-point underdogs. It's also the largest upset of the 2025 season so far, surpassing the Cleveland Browns win against the Green Bay Packers in Week 3 when they were 7.5-point underdogs. So the Niners pull it off last night on Thursday Night Football as 8.5-point underdogs. They beat the Rams straight up 26-23. 4 people say goodbye to Survivor. We're down to 13.
Goodbye. And we've lost our first staff member, too.
Channel, the IT guy goes down.
The IT guy goes down.
You and I are still alive. You've got Detroit this weekend.
That's right.
I've got Indianapolis. Initially, when I looked at the Survivor standings and who had what, I thought the abbreviation LAR, I misinterpreted that as the Vegas game with Indy. And I thought, wow, there's a lot of people on that game.
Oh,
because
sure.
There's also 5 people that are on Indianapolis. And I thought, wow,
yeah,
four on the Raiders. I thought there's going to be 9 people involved with this one game. But now I see that this morning, LAR stands for the Los Angeles Rams and not LVR, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Correct.
So, yeah, say la vie to 4 people out of Survivor. Buffalo. You've got a couple people on Buffalo this weekend. You've got somebody on Baltimore. Mm-hmm. You've got 5 people on Indianapolis. 4 were on the Rams last night, so they're out. You've got 1 on Kansas City. You've got 1 on Arizona. You've got 1 on Minnesota. You've got 2 on Detroit.
It's me and Ty guy.
So if Indianapolis loses to the Raiders this week, that's going to put 5 more people on the sidelines.
It'd be like the final 10.
Yeah, we're going to be down to the nitty-gritty by next week. And that's not counting all those other games.
Kristen's hanging in there. She's got the Chiefs this weekend. Like that pick. Lexi's still towards the top of the leaderboard. Shocker, one of our competitions. Smart move, KK didn't follow Shane into the Los Angeles room. Like that's what I was concerned with. I'm like, well, if we lost Shane, surely we lost KK. No, KK, she went on her own, blazed her own trail with the Arizona Cardinals this weekend.
He won't hear the end of that.
Oh hell no, and she should not end that discussion.
No, that's going to be the house of misery.
That needs to be on constant reminder. Especially on Sunday, like when he's sitting his ass watching games on the couch on a Sunday, and she's like, "Excuse me, I'm the only one that has a Survivor team left. Why don't you do some chores? I'll sit on the couch and watch football."
Oh, the worst thing is going to be if she survives this week and she's pondering next week's pick.
Oh yeah,
and
you're not going to the IT guy for help. Not after he's out. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, we better not laugh because we could be in the same boat.
He's 3 straight weeks of sub 500 blazing 5 ball. He's carrying. I mean, he's an anchor on the team. I feel like we're just carrying his ass. And now he goes up and stinks Survivor on us.
Wow, you're dishing the IT guy. That's not good.
bro. I'm
He'll
all
shut
about it.
He'll shut your computer down in no time.
He'll slow it way down.
So anyway, that's your update on Survivor. We'll have our Blazing 5 picks coming up for you at 7:30 this morning. I want to talk about this Hastings Sodbusters story.
Sure.
Evidently, the team has been sold and will be joining a new league beginning in 2026. The team has been acquired and will become the newest members of the Diamond Baseball League, which will have 6 teams in Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri. The Sodbusters will continue to play their home games at Duncan Field. The leadership team will include Bill Davidson and Matt Perry of National Sports Services, Ralph Nelson, who's a former Major League Baseball executive, and then Dan Ramon, a CPA with extensive financial experience in the sports industry. Mm-hmm. So the Sodbusters have been sold, and they're going to be joining a brand new league beginning next year, the Diamond Baseball League. But Sodbusters will continue to play their home games at Duncan Field. So a couple of developments happening overnight that we were informed about this morning. So Hastings Sodbusters with a new look beginning in 2026.
Yeah, it's I like the local aspect of it, with Kansas and Missouri and teams in Nebraska. Out in Wyoming and Casper, North Dakota. I mean, not Casper, North Dakota, Casper, Wyoming. You're going out to South Dakota for some of these games. I like the idea because this is going to give you opportunities to travel. Especially when GI is probably considering entering into the Diamond Sports League agreement. You're looking at going just 281 up the road, and so you can travel with this team, and you can really be a little bit closer and feel a lot closer as a fan. I love the leadership side of things that's coming in with continuing to make this like as much as possible like a minor league ballpark and a minor league feel to it, and then you take a look at the extension of the season. I mean, this is going all the way into early August with the postseason starting, so you're playing more ball. 55 games, I think I read somewhere, is the regular season slate. So a lot of positive moves, and from what I understand, the leadership team that was affiliated with the Sodbusters is still going to be a part of that Sodbuster family. So bringing in some fresh faces and a little makeover into new league, some new opponents to get familiarized with. But at the end of the day, ball's ball, Ball's ball. So let's go out and play whoever, whenever.
All right, maybe we'll get to try to get somebody with the new Sodbusters organization on the show maybe this week. We'll try to effort that and see if we can make contact with some of those guys and see if we can get them on the show next week. But we got a lot to talk about here today. I already told you about the NFL stuff from last night. Major League Baseball, they wrapped up their wild card series yesterday.
Yes.
Detroit beat Cleveland 6-3.
Yes.
The Yankees beat Boston 4-0. Mm-hmm. And the Cubs, they advanced. They knocked off San Diego by the score of 3-1. So now the divisional series will get underway on Saturday. In the National League, Chicago will play at Milwaukee, and Los Angeles is at Philadelphia. In the American League, it'll be the Yankees at Toronto, and Detroit will be at Seattle. Your thoughts on what happened yesterday?
I don't know. You tell me. I told you my thoughts yesterday, and they worked out pretty good once again. Went 2 for 2 on the games that I had the stones to predict. I told you the Cubs and the Tigers were going to overcome the adversity and going to play their way in. I didn't want to take a swing at that Yankees-Red Sox game, but that Yankees pitcher was brilliant. New York birthed a star. I hate the matchups. What, National League Milwaukee, you said, is
against
now,
Chicago.
Yeah. Man, I would have liked that the other way around. It just doesn't feel right that the Dodgers are going off against the Phillies. I feel like one of those two teams should be playing in, or both of those teams, should be in the NLCS. Chicago's hotter than fish grease right now. I mean, tell you what, beat the Brewers. I don't care. I was going for the Cubs against their series against the Padres. And I'll say it again here and against their series against the Brewers. I can't stand Milwaukee. Go Chicago. Hey, what do you say? Why not, right? But Philly's so strong. They have so much depth and power in the lineup. I don't see weaknesses in Philadelphia at all. And so, as weird as it is to say, I just think that the pitching is at some point going to fall apart throughout the course of this 5-game series, and the Dodgers are going to dodger, but they didn't look like it in that cruising over the Cincinnati Reds. They look like the Dodgers of October. So God, I wish that was the NLCS series, but it's not. So that one's a toss-up. American League, again, same story. Dude, it sucks. Like Yankees and Blue Jays, I couldn't give two farts less who comes out of that series. I don't think the Blue Jays have the legs. So New York comes out of that probably earlier than anticipated. I think Toronto's out of gas heading into the postseason. I really, really wanted to see Detroit and Seattle in the ALCS. Because I think that's just competitive, great cinematic theater.
You got him in the divisional series instead.
Yeah, we get him in the divisional series. Again, I think it should be swapped, but I don't get to place the seeds. So give me Seattle out of that series to go up against New York.
All right, so the divisional series will get underway officially on Saturday. These will be best of 5. The first round, the wild card was a best of 3. These will be all best of 5 series coming up. College football, New Mexico State last night beat Sam Houston State.
Sam Houston State still winless.
37-10 was the final score last night. New Mexico State over Sam Houston State, 37-10. Kind of mentioned that game on the show yesterday.
Just because it was on.
Yeah, just because that was the only college football game really out last night. New Mexico State beating Sam Houston State 37.
I'm glad we got that in.
Yeah, I wanted to sneak that in.
I was waiting, anticipating, waiting on bated breath. I left my phone in my other room, so I have to get that after the commercial break because I like to scroll around and pick up some scores that went final after I went night-night.
You'll have time. When you go get your cup of coffee, you swing around your other room and pick up your phone.
I'm anxious because normally it's at my left hip, and it's not. So I kind of feel underprepared.
You'll have time. You'll manage. 402-834-1330 is our Hamilton Telecommunications fan line. We'd love to chat with you here today. 402-834-1330. Whatever is on your mind, either sports-related or not, give us a shout-out. You can leave us a message on our social media sites as well. If you want to chime in, anything we've been talking about or anything on your mind. Jim Schleicher has already chimed in a couple of times this morning. Says the Rams look like Nebraska of old.
Like the Scott Frost Nebraska?
They found a way to lose even though they were the best team. Referring to last night's Rams and 49ers game.
Yeah, they frosted it.
He also said maybe the IT guy should have used AI picks. I didn't know there were AI picks. Maybe I'm missing something.
You can use AI for anything.
Maybe I should start using AI picks for my Blazing 5. That wouldn't be any fun.
It takes the research. It takes the fun out of it. Like half the fun is digging for like random ass games like North Texas and Tulsa and wagering on it. I mean,
and trying to find some stats that back up what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
Amber's chimed in for you Swiftie fans.
Oh God.
Taylor's album is out.
Oh God.
It dropped last night at midnight. It dropped this morning. Is it last night at midnight or is it this morning at midnight?
This morning at midnight.
All right, it dropped this morning at midnight.
Good.
Swiftie fans, I thought maybe you would be tapping your toe as we got on the show here today.
Listen, Taylor Swift, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, you love her or you hate her." I'm Taylor Swift neutral, if that's even a possibility. I respect the art. I don't listen to it actively or at all, ever. However, I still respect the fact that she's a giant mobile star, just like Bad Bunny.
I'd rather see Taylor Swift on the halftime show at the Super Bowl this year than
she is
Bunny.
more attractive looking, yes.
And maybe she'll get on it sometime soon.
If the Chiefs would just be in the Super Bowl, you'd be seeing Taylor Swift all the time.
Although, they have a chance to play there yet. I'm not giving up hope.
There's a chance.
I'm not giving up hope yet. All right. Moving along, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. If you'd like to talk about Swifty,
please don't.
You can leave us a message.
I mean,
did anybody you know or anybody in the room actually download? You don't go out and just buy.
No.
You don't buy stuff anymore, do you?
Well, it depends.
I haven't been in that circle for a long time. Do you just download the new album? Is that what you do?
I'm sure.
So you can download it to all your little utensils that you use to listen to music.
Utensils?
Well, you got everything.
They're apps.
You download them to your. I guess you can download them to your iPad.
I'm not using Spotify to eat lasagna. It's not a utensil. It's an app. Christ, get the lingo right.
Utensils. I'm going to use my utensils.
You clearly have been out of the game for a while.
Why? I can't remember. The last time I went out and bought something, you went out and bought a CD.
Putting forks in my ears over here. Hang on. Yeah, you used to be able to, you get the hard copy, right? I'll still get an order on, artist websites, or Amazon, the vinyl version of the album, because I'm a nerd and there's a very small percentage of the population that meets on the first Tuesday of every month at First Street Brewing that is also into the vinyl scene. And so I get it. So I'll still get physical copies. But for the most part, yeah, you're digitally downloading the album to Spotify.
So you go out at midnight last night?
Well, no one really goes out at midnight. Your phone just updates and boom, there's your T-Swift album.
Wow. You need to get me up to date on how all that's done.
You stick with what you got. You're rolling on satellite radio right now, I think. That's working out pretty well for you. You found your stations that you enjoy. Let's just keep you in that.
Keep me in that category.
Keep you in that. I don't want you rolling down I-80 while you're going to Iowa, trying to Bluetooth connect and get your Spotify up and running so you can listen to the new T-Swift.
Oh, I can Bluetooth connect because that's how I listen to Extreme Sports.
There you go. So all we need to do is get you Spotify now, and
I think I have Spotify on my phone.
Let Jimmy play the DJ.
I think my grandson put Spotify on my phone during the summer. I don't know how to use it yet, but I think I have Spotify on my phone.
We'll do Spotify 101.
Ryan Martin just chimed in. Just more TS songs to listen to with my girls on the road trips.
Love it.
We need new songs to listen to, so thanks, Taylor.
Thanks, Taylor. Thanks, Taylor.
So Ryan Martin.
Making road trips better.
With Swiftie songs. All right, he's a Swiftie fan because his girls are Swiftie fans. So he's got to become a Swiftie.
Absolutely.
All right, 7:24, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
The Kavanaughs. Two different issues, two times that they have stood up and spoke even before the legislature is in session. A lot of ground to cover this morning. One state senator is demanding a public briefing on plans to convert the McCook work ethic camp into an immigration detention facility. This is Senator Michaela Cavanaugh from Omaha, who argues that the project involves significant fiscal, legal, and transparency concerns that haven't been adequately addressed. The senator insists that Nebraskans, deserve clarity before any public funds are committed. She has formally asked the Appropriations Committee to organize a hearing involving multiple state agencies to provide those details publicly. More to come on that. Meanwhile, State Senator John Cavanaugh has filed a formal complaint against the emergency regulations that were recently adopted by the Nebraska Medical Cannabis Commission, asserting that they conflict with what voters had approved. Cavanaugh says that several parts of the regulations go far beyond what the voter-approved law allows, including restrictions of product types, physician-recommended rules, ban on smoking and vaping, and THC limits in product structure. Nebraska voters approved medical cannabis last year with 71% voting in favor, which is a huge margin. The commission is planning a public hearing on October 15th in Lincoln as they are collecting feedback on the proposed rule. And from two state senators to a Senate candidate, Dan Osborne is criticizing the federal government's decision to provide a $20 billion financial bailout to Argentina, a move he says directly undermines Nebraska's soybean producers at the worst possible time. The U.S. government is bailing out Argentina, a $20 billion package. Argentina responded by eliminating its export taxes on soybeans, making their beans cheaper, and thus prompting China to immediately purchase over 1 million tons of Argentinian soybeans. Osborne said, quote, "We're using our own tax dollars to help a foreign competitor steal our biggest customer," end quote. Meanwhile, China has not bought yet a single bushel of soybeans from Nebraska farmers, this harvest. Whew, a lot of ground. 7:27, let's spin things over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going down in sports?
Well, the Nebraska football team returned from a bye week to take on Michigan State tomorrow at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Both teams are 3-1 in the season. Michigan State averages nearly 375 yards of total offense per game, including 220 yards through the air. The Nebraska defense is the only team in the nation that has not allowed a pass play of 20 yards or more this season. And Nebraska is one of two teams in the nation that has not allowed a passing touchdown this season. Kickoff tomorrow will be at 3 o'clock. You'll be able to see it on FS1. The Nebraska volleyball team will be on the road this weekend. Huskers will play at Penn State tonight at 7:30 and at Rutgers on Saturday at 6. The Nebraska women's soccer team will play at Northwestern on Sunday. Kickoff will be at 1. Hastings College football team will play at Northwestern tomorrow. The Broncos are 2-3 in the season. The Red Raiders are 2-2. Kickoff will be at 1:30. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports beginning with Pigskin Preview at 12:30. Hastings College volleyball team, they'll be in Orange City, Iowa tonight to play Northwestern. First serve will be at 7:30. The soccer team's playing at Waldorf tomorrow. The men's game will be at 1. The women will follow at 3. The Nebraska Kearney football team will play at Pittsburgh State tomorrow. Kickoff will be at 2. The volleyball team will play at Missouri Western State tonight and at Northwest Missouri State on Saturday. High school football action tonight. Adams Central will play host to Aurora. The Patriots are 1-4 in the season. The Huskies are 2-3. Kickoff will be at 7. We'll have the game on Extreme Sports beginning at 6:45 tonight. We'll also be in Sutton tonight for the Battle of Clay County. The Mustangs against the Sandy Creek Cougars. We'll have that game on Extreme Sports 2, beginning with the pregame show at 6:45. Other games tonight, Hastings High will host McCook. St. Cecilia will play Gibbon out at Duncan Field. High school softball from yesterday. Waverly beat Hastings High 16-6. The Tigers are now 20-8. St. Cecilia defeated McCook 10-0. Hawkettes are now 21-6. Adams Central went 1-2 in the Central Conference Tournament. The Patriots lost to Crete 10-0. They beat Lexington 17-4 and dropped a 2-0 decision to Columbus Lakeview. Adams Central is now 10-18 on the season. That's a check in your sports headlines coming up on 7:30 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Hot and sunny weather for 3 more days, and then a cold front knocks us back and brings us chances for rain. Today and Saturday, sunny and breezy. It'll be hot with highs of 88 degrees both days. Sunday, 81 and sunny. Now, Saturday, it will have winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour and 25 miles per hour today. So breezy conditions today and Saturday. Then on Monday, we're back to the low 60s. Rain chances begin Sunday night to Monday.
Right now, we've got south winds at 7 miles per hour. It is clear. It is 61 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
At Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center in Hastings, you can now experience the Balancer Pro lymphatic system, a relaxing, touchless treatment that works while you simply sit back. Using the principles of manual lymphatic drainage, it helps flush out swelling, reduce toxins, ease muscle soreness, and promote total body wellness. Whether you're recovering from surgery, looking to contour and tone, aiming for weight loss, or just wanting to feel lighter and more energized, the Balancer Pro lymphatic system delivers results you can feel immediately. Perfect for athletes, post-op recovery, detox, or anyone who just wants to look and feel their best, because it's for everybody with a body. Come try it today at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and Owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Welch, Center Bronick with you on a Friday morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for the third day of October for 2025. Again, thanks for joining us, whether you're listening on our website at x-streamsports.com, maybe on your smartphone with our free mobile app, your smart speaker, Roku TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. Let's roll on. Let's not belabor the points.
Do you feel that? Feels like a cold front's moving through.
Yeah, it's very cold.
Oh, it's just our picks.
Yeah, it's just our picks that were formerly called the Blazing Five. Let's get to it.
You're as cold as ice. Let's kick it.
outside.
I've gotta go away.
But baby, it's cold outside.
It's time for the Extreme Sports Frozen 5.
Oh, you don't know how brutal that is to hear that song again, or those songs again.
Just realized that my microphone was on during that performance of Baby It's Cold Outside, so you're welcome if you wanted that little swoon this morning from me. It was unintentional.
Our picks were so bad last week, the Blazing Five turns into the Frozen Five. So let's get on to it. Let's get on with it. Let's not belabor the point. We're back on the horse again this week. Here are my Blazing Five picks / Frozen Five picks for this week. Clemson is playing at North Carolina. Bill Belichick and the Tar Heels. Clemson on the road, laying 14 points.
Okay.
Hell, I wouldn't lay 14 points if I was Clemson at home. They haven't been playing all that great this year. So give me North Carolina in this one. At home, they will cover the spread against Clemson. I'll take in North Carolina at plus 14. Vanderbilt is playing at Alabama this week. Kalen DeBoer, Crimson Tide favored by 10.5 points. Don't look now, but Vanderbilt playing good football. Vanderbilt 5-0 in the season. Give me Vandy this week. I'll take Vanderbilt against Alabama. Iowa State is playing Cincinnati this week. Cincinnati is at home laying 1.5 points. Give me Iowa State in this one.
Ooh, road dog.
The dogs are barking for me this week. Virginia is playing at Louisville.
Oh, stop.
Louisville, 6.5 point favorite. I'm on another dog. Virginia. So 4 dogs in college football this week. Give me North Carolina. Give me Vanderbilt. Give me Iowa State. Give me Virginia. We go into the pro ranks. I've got one pick for you. Guess what? It's another dog. The dogs are barking for me. It's the New York Giants playing at New Orleans.
Sure.
The Saints are favored by 1.5 points. Hell, they shouldn't be favored over anybody they play this year. Give me the Giants.
Playing better.
I'll take the Giants. So the New York Giants, Virginia, Iowa State, Vanderbilt, and North Carolina are my Blazing Five picks for this week.
No Malik Neighbors, no problem, says Mike Will. He's on the Giants. Ooh. A little less risky, a little less chilly, perhaps, for the picks here this week. We're also playing the Vanderbilt game with the Alabama Crimson Tide. 2:30 kickoff on ABC. The 5-0 Vanderbilt Commodores. Are they for real? Hell no! Kalen DeBoer slams the door shut on all this criticism and all this Vandy talk. I'm tired of hearing about it. Vanderbilt's going to Vanderbilt. Roll Tide!
Oh,
at
wow.
minus 10.5. Give me Kalen DeBoer and the Alabama Crimson Tide to figure it out. Vegas. They're on the road in Laramie, Wyoming to War Memorial Stadium where they find themselves as a 3.5 point favorite against the Pokes. UNLV's 4-0. Dan Mullen has got his team playing pretty good football. That continues this weekend as they knock off the Wyoming Cowboys at minus 3.5. Ryan Martin, listen up. Scott Frost is at home with Central Florida Golden Knights. They are hosting the now 3-2 Kansas Jayhawks. It is time to wave the wheat, my friend. Rock, chalk, Jayhawk.
Wow.
Minus 4.5 against Central Florida Golden Knights.
Wow.
We're gonna hold off our frost warning for a little bit. Sunday action. Commanders, Chargers. Jalen Daniels should be ready to go. They're a 2.5-point dog to the Chargers. Commanders pick one up this weekend and get above the 500 mark. I'm on a dog in the Washington Commanders at plus 2.5. Then we go to Monday Night Football, Mike Will.
We're going to have a Monday night game.
Your Kansas City Chiefs are in action against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, don't do it. Don't jinx us. Don't do it.
This is a win-win scenario. I win, and it's a win in my Blazing 5. I lose, and I jinx the Chiefs, and they lose a game.
Don't do it. The last time you took the Chiefs.
How about them?
Don't do it. Oh, no.
At minus 3.5. Let's
Don't
go.
do it.
I'm on your bandwagon for 1 week and 1 week only. Chiefs Kingdom. How you doing, baby?
Get off of our bandwagon. There is no room on the bandwagon for a guy dressed in blue.
Turn up the radio. I can't hear you.
There is no room on our bandwagon.
This is so great. I am rent-free. I am the mayhem that exists within the Chiefs Kingdom.
So you're on Kansas City.
I'm on Kansas City this weekend,
for
baby.
Monday. All right, so those are your Blazing 5 picks.
Read them and weep.
Let's bring them up. People that are watching us on our social media sites that got the video stream. There's our records as well.
Yeah.
Tyson sitting at 18-12 on the season.
Oof.
I'm sitting at 17-13, just a game behind, baby. IT guy is right at the 500 mark at 15-15.
Change it, Shane. I made a misprint. I had the Commanders at minus 2.5. It should be at plus 2.5. Change it. Make it right.
All right, so those are the picks up there. IT guy, by the way.
What the hell?
He's in with his picks as well.
Army?
He's got Army over Alabama, Birmingham. 6.5-point favorite. He's taking Alabama as well, so both you and him are on Alabama.
Roll Tide.
He's going to be on the overs on the Miami-Florida State game at 54.5.
Wussy.
He's going to be on the unders on the Duke, California game.
What?
Yeah, he's on the unders on Duke in California at 56.5. Then he's on the Minnesota Vikings over Cleveland. That's the early game on Sunday. Across the pond, Vikings 3.5-point favorites. So there you go, the IT guy on Army, Alabama, the overs on Miami and Florida State, the unders on Duke in California. He's on Minnesota. You're on Alabama, UNLV, Kansas, Washington, and the Chiefs. I'm on North Carolina, Vanderbilt, Iowa State, Virginia, and the New York Giants.
I was going to play the Florida State-Miami game, but I think it's at 3.5 or something like that. How many times does that game come down to a field goal?
Oh, yeah.
In the course of that rivalry. So I stayed away from the Florida State-Miami game. FWIW for what it's worth. Marcus Metcalf throwing in his picks. He's got Iowa State. He's with you on the Cyclones. He's with you on Vandy. He's against me on the UNLV Wyoming game. He's got Texas Tech at minus 11.5 against Houston and overs on that Houston game at 52.5. So there's his parlay for the weekend. Either some of us are going to look really smart or some of us are going to look really stupid. We split between the four of us, the Vanderbilt-Alabama game.
We're all playing that one?
Everyone's on that game. Me and Shaner are the smart ones on Alabama, taking the smart money. You guys are hedging your bets on a 5-0 Vanderbilt team that, quite frankly, yeah, they're 5-0. That's great. That's cute. Good for them. Hooray. Go get a cupcake. Sprinkles is probably their head coach at this point. I don't know. They haven't been tested. They haven't had a test like Alabama. And Alabama's pissed off. Alabama lost to Vanderbilt last year in Nashville when they were the number 1 team in the nation. Alabama's going to remember that football game. And I expect a brutal Bama beatdown Saturday. That 10.5 point spread is my best bet on the sheet.
Wow. Best bet. Lock it in. Lock it in. 7:45, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's a Huddle Up. High school football coming up tonight here on Extreme Sports. We've got Adams Central and Aurora. Huskies 2-3 on the season. Patriots are at 1-4 and a chance to meet up with Adams Central head coach Josh Lewis. All right, Coach, sitting at 1-4 on the season. Your take after the first 5?
Yeah, obviously record-wise, we would like to be in a better spot, and kind of felt like we could have got a couple and let them go. But in terms of growth and across the season, and our kids are still competing. So in terms of record, not where we want to be, but in terms of our program and the mentality of our players right now, we're in an okay spot still.
Ran into a real buzzsaw last week, losing to Central City 56-27. Talk about that ball game.
Yeah, you're playing the returning state champ runner-ups, right? So we got to watch them play in Lincoln last year and saw first row seat of what they were. And, that junior, now senior class that they have is pretty special. And so we knew kind of what we were going to get going in. And, our mantra was go compete, right? You can't pull a big upset if you don't believe. And I thought our kids did a great job competing and, answered the bell early and scored out of the half to make it 22-14. And, one possession game in the third quarter and felt pretty good about where we were. And, kind of give up a turnover that leads to a score for them. And, those are the kind of mistakes when you're playing someone of that caliber you can't have. And, then they kind of unleashed their passing game. But, we kind of absorbed some punches okay and kept competing till the final whistle and scored there in the last play to put up some points. So, definitely some things to fix. Good teams expose some of the weaknesses maybe you have and areas for growth. But, there was a lot of positive, probably more positive than negative take out of it. So, we'll hopefully springboard that into this week.
Coach, your offense looks like it's showing some improvement. You scored 48 points a couple of weeks ago, 27 points last week. Talk about what you've been seeing out of your offense here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've said it all week. We've or all season, I guess, where we've put a lot of emphasis on our O-line, and I think a lot of people understand that the game kind of starts and ends there in a lot of cases. So, we were very critical of our offensive line after a couple of our earlier games, and we just kind of challenged them to be better. And again, this kind of speaks to our kids. They could have complained and shut down on us, but they stayed bought in and got after it. And our O-line play has been a little better, and then that makes everybody else better. But on top of that, J.J. Foster does a really good job of making quick decisions with the ball. And so, in moments where maybe they get the better of our O-line, he's able to get it out of his hands quick enough to make plays. And our receivers are athletic. Nick Moosel obviously leads that group, but, guys like Riley Prop and Trey Slechta and Grayson Hotine, they're athletes too. So, he's done a good job of kind of spinning the ball and finding those guys in situations where we need to get it out quick. And Coach Overmiller's done a great job of, implementing some of that quick game into our plan. And again, JJ executes it really well.
You see a team in Aurora this week, 2-3 on the season. They lost their first 3. They won their last 2, Coach, over Scotus and Northwest. It seems like a team that's found themselves a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think if you look at their first 3 games, I think it's going to be hard for anybody to find themselves on that stretch. Pierce, McCook, and Wahoo are, there's a lot of teams in C1 this year that won't play 3 teams of that caliber the whole season, and they had them weeks 1, 2, and 3. So, we know that record is misleading. We know what we're going to get. I mean, we are a conference opponent. We see their athletes during other sports times of the year, and our kids know kind of what we're going to get. They're big up front, and that's going to cause us some challenges. And we'll be ready. We'll show up, and we've had a good series with them over the last several years, and I'm sure this will be another one.
Coach, it seems like a lot of their offense goes through their quarterback. The Pollock kid is thrown for 626 yards and rushed for another 457. Obviously, he's the focal point for your defense this week, isn't he?
Yeah, I think any team that has a mobile quarterback like that, he poses some threats for any defense. I mean, that's at the high school level and college level, and we watched a little film this week, and there were certainly a lot of clips of him, turning what could have been a 2-yard run into about a 15-yard run. So we talked about having to get him on the ground and kind of keep him in the pocket as much as we can. And the running yards are dangerous. That's the big threat. But he throws a really good, especially deep ball. He throws a really good ball past 15 yards, and he's got a guy in Cannon Allen that can get himself open at that range. So those two make a pretty good duo. And then that size I mentioned earlier. They do a good job of giving him time, so we gotta, try to crack that nut, if you will, and get in the backfield and make him move a little bit, and put him under a little duress. So yeah, they pose some challenges with the athletes they have for sure.
What are the keys to maybe stopping an offense like this?
Yeah, if you look at film, the last couple games they've had a couple injuries to some of their guys, and if they can bully you, they're going to bully you. And like I said, we're kind of smaller there, so. I would assume they're going to come out and try to really just smash us, up front and ground and pound. And so, we got to make sure we commit people to the box and run support, but stay disciplined on the secondary. And, we kind of did that okay last week against a team that runs the ball a little different style. But we got to make sure we're doing that while keeping our coverage intact. And we kind of lost that last week. So we focused quite a bit on, really, really fitting the run, but making sure we're disciplined in the pass game as well. And so that's what will kind of have to happen for us to kind of keep them from getting the ball rolling, I guess.
Then on defense, what do you see out of the Aurora defense?
Yeah, they run. We've seen a 3-4 here the last several weeks, but they will kind of shift and move their guys around, and so we've got to be clear about communicating up front where their guys are. Coach Overmiller, again, he does a good job with our scheme up front, and so we got a couple of wrinkles in there that we hope maybe can create some seams for Wilson to get running, or some of our quarterback run game, veer game, and then we kind of had to do this all year, but add that quick passing game as an extension of the run game, and kind of take our shots when we get matchups we like or get looks that we like. Alignment wise, and we got to make them count. And then, kind of something that's really hurt us a little bit the last few weeks is just kind of untimely turnovers. I'm not going to say, all turnovers are not equal. Sometimes a turnover, you're trying to take a deep shot on a fourth down or something, or third down or whatever. But we've had a couple very untimely turnovers that have led to points for the other team. So kind of taking care of the ball in those situations and not getting kind of big penalties whenever we do create a big play will be key as well. So stay clean.
All right, that's Josh Lewis, the head coach for the Adams Central football team. The Patriots and the Aurora Huskies tonight will have the game on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame at 6:45 tonight. 7:53, waking up with Mike and Tyson this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Start first at the state capitol with two senators making headlines today. One state senator demanding a public briefing on plans to convert the McCook Work Ethic Camp into an immigration detention facility. That's State Senator Michaela Cavanaugh of Omaha, who argues that the project involves significant fiscal, legal, and transparency concerns that have not been adequately addressed. Senator Cavanaugh insists that Nebraskans deserve clarity before any public funds are committed and has formally asked the Appropriations Committee to organize a hearing involving multiple state agencies to provide those details publicly. Meanwhile, State Senator John Cavanaugh, also of Omaha, has filed a formal complaint against emergency regulations recently adopted by the Nebraska Medical Cannabis Commission, asserting that they conflict with what voters had approved. Cavanaugh says several parts of the regulations go way beyond what the voter-approved law allows, including restrictions on product types, physician-recommended rules, ban on smoking and vaping, THC limits, and product structure. Nebraskans overwhelmingly voted for medical cannabis last year. In fact, 71% of the vote with the thumbs up. That's unheard of. The commission is planning a public hearing on October 15th in Lincoln as they are collecting feedback on their proposed rules. And U.S. Senate candidate Diane Osborne has criticized the federal government's decision to provide a $20 billion financial bailout to Argentina, a move he says directly undermines Nebraska agriculture at the worst possible time. The U.S. government, for backstory, is bailing out Argentina with a $20 billion package. Argentina then responded by eliminating its export taxes on soybeans, making their products significantly cheaper after all the tariffs that we've been adding, prompting China to purchase over 1 million tons of Argentinian soybeans. Osborne said, quote, "We are using our own tax dollars to help a foreign competitor steal our biggest customer," end quote. Meanwhile, China has not yet bought a single bushel from Nebraska farmers this harvest. 7:56. We'll swing things over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going down in sports?
Big volleyball match tonight for the Nebraska volleyball team. The Huskers playing at Penn State. One of two road games for the Huskers this week. After tonight, they'll move on to play Rutgers on Saturday. So a big weekend for Nebraska volleyball. The Nebraska women's soccer team, they'll play at Northwestern on Sunday. Hastings College football team is at Northwestern tomorrow. We'll have the game from Orange City, Iowa, beginning at 12:30 here on Extreme Sports. The volleyball team, they're in Orange City, Iowa tonight for a match against Northwestern. Meanwhile, the soccer teams will play at Waldorf tomorrow. The UNK football team will play at Pittsburgh State tomorrow with a kickoff at 2. The volleyball team will play at Missouri Western tonight and at Northwest Missouri State on Saturday. High school softball from yesterday. Waverly beat Hastings High. St. Cecilia defeated McCook, and Adams Central went 1-2 in the Central Conference Tournament. NFL last night, San Francisco beat the Los Angeles Rams 26-23 in overtime. Mac Jones completed 33 of 49 passes for 342 yards with 2 touchdowns. 49ers are now 4-1. The Rams fall to 3-2. College football last night, New Mexico State over Sam Houston State by a score of 37-10. That's a check on your sports headlines at 7:58.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Hot and sunny weather for 3 more days, and then a cold front knocks us back and brings us chances for rain. Today and Saturday, sunny and breezy. It'll be hot with highs of 88 degrees both days. Sunday, 81 and sunny. Now, Saturday, it will have winds gusting up to 40 miles per hour and 25 miles per hour today. So breezy conditions today and Saturday. Then on Monday, we're back to the low 60s. Rain chances begin Sunday night to Monday.
Right now, we've got south winds at 7 miles per hour. It is clear. It is 61 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Join us at Miletovist Winery for The Day the Internet Died, a hilarious mystery dinner that you become a part of. Hey, this is Mick inviting you to get your tickets for 2 unforgettable nights, October 18th and November 8th. Gather your friends, enjoy a great meal, crack the case before dessert. Seating is limited, so get your tickets today at MiletovistWinery.com. And don't miss the mystery that everyone will be talking about, The Day the Internet Died. Get your tickets online at MiletovistWinery.com, St. Paul, Nebraska.
At Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center in Hastings, you can now experience the Balancer Pro lymphatic system, a relaxing, touchless treatment that works while you simply sit back. Using the principles of manual lymphatic drainage, it helps flush out swelling, reduce toxins, ease muscle soreness, and promote total body wellness. Whether you're recovering from surgery, looking to contour and tone, aiming for weight loss, or just wanting to feel lighter and more energized, the Balancer Pro lymphatic system delivers results you can feel immediately, Perfect for athletes, post-op recovery, detox, or anyone who just wants to look and feel their best, because it's for everybody with a body. Come try it today at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
All right, Mike Wills, Tyson Abronic with you. It's a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for a Friday. Getting ready for a Big Red weekend. Huskers and Michigan State tomorrow at Memorial Stadium. We get it underway at 3 o'clock. You'll be able to see it on FS1. What do you think? Huskers favored by, I think I saw 11.5 points this morning.
Yep.
Traditionally, this is a series that's been like a one-score contest.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the Big Ten games have been here recently.
Our Big Ten games.
Big Ten games.
Yep.
So the Huskers favored by 11.5. You jumping on the Husker bandwagon?
Here's the thing. Everyone's like all concerned, right? We lost to Michigan, and we had a week to panic about it, and you know, the sky is falling. Fire the coach. We heard all the verbiage, right? Just break down the numbers real quick. Scoring offense. Nebraska, 12th in the country. Michigan State, 48th. Rushing, neither team really that great. Michigan State, 72nd in the country. We're 87th. We need to run the damn ball more. Passing, Michigan State is 78th in the country. Nebraska is 2nd. Total offense, Nebraska is 13th in the country to Michigan State's 81st. We have the 16th best scoring defense in the nation. We have the best passing defense in the nation. We are 2nd in the nation in passing. They are 117th in passing defense. For a total of the 91st best defense, we are 14th, better than Iowa, Penn State, Michigan, USC, Miami, and Texas.
Wow,
Nebraska
great research.
Is going to roll Sparty this weekend. And when I mean roll, I don't mean blowout victory. I don't think we have the ability in the red zone to convert on some convert some of those to sixes that should be threes. What I mean by we win this game, I was confident that this would be a double-digit victory. I think the game is well in hand. I don't see us like putting Sparty in the rearview mirror, but I see Nebraska 34. Sparty, 20. Nebraska covers the spread.
34-20. I think it'll be a closer game than that, but I think Nebraska will control the game.
Yeah.
I think Nebraska will win, but I think it'll be close because that's what Big Ten games are nowadays. I'll take Nebraska to win 27-21, not covering the spread this week. So if you're a betting interest here, I would say take Michigan State, but I'll take Nebraska to win 27-21. Shano is, he's chimed in with a 7-point win for Nebraska.
34-27.
Russ Kindig has chimed in.
He's right on the line.
Yeah, you'll have to go shopping. He's right on the line at 11 points. He's at Nebraska to win 30-19. So just a few ideas for the Huskers this week. They take on Michigan State. So, all right, we've covered a lot, my man, in this hour. If you'd like to go back and listen again, you can. Go to our podcast section, any one of our social media sites, and download us and listen to us at your convenience today.
We've got to get one more thing in before we adjourn for the weekend.
No, I was just going to...
Keeneland on Sunday. Race 10, It is the Castle and Key Bourbon Stakes. Jim Schleicher has pointed into the comment section. I think he does not care about Frozen 5 or Blazing 5 or anything. He's on the 4-horse Exonerate coming out of the Brad Cox barn. And Exonerate's biggest competition, you might know. A horse owned by the Rapoli stables, Mike Rapoli, trained by Todd Pletcher. Got Ortiz riding it. It's called Final Score. That looks to be a 4 and 6 duel at the Castle and Key Stakes, but our own Jim Schleicher, horse racing expert from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network, he's on the 4. I'm on the 6 because he's the favorite.
You're going to bet that this weekend?
No, because there's going to be no money on it. Not if I take the 6.
Yeah, it's not worth your trip to Grand Island.
Not going to be worth the. I'd spend more in gas than I would making the bet.
We'll go over to the Wizard of Oz machine.
You're out of the woods, you're into the lights. Don't tempt me.
You can go over there to the Wizard of Oz machine. Maybe you can
you're out of the woods, you're into
supplement
the lights.
Your expense from driving from Hastings to Grand Island.
We represent the Lollipop Guild.
God. All right. Listen to the show again if you can. Josh Lewis, our guest here in the second half of the show. We had our Frozen 5 picks at 7:30. It's always a popular show on Friday to download. I don't know why. I think people take our picks and go the other way. That's what they do. Anyway, we've got high school football tonight. Double dip for you tonight. Adams Central and Aurora. And then on Extreme Sports 2 tonight, you'll have the Sutton and Sandy Creek game from Sutton tonight. So both games on Extreme Sports. Adams Central will be here on Extreme Sports 1. Sandy Creek Sutton will be over on Extreme Sports 2 tonight. We'll have Hastings College football for you from Orange City tomorrow, beginning at 12:30. So
Marcus, no need for hats tonight. Special shout out here at the end of the show. Jeremy Boyer from the Sandy Creek Public Schools. He's tired as hell as seeing me walking into a Sandy Creek broadcast with my St. Cecilia hat on. There was the big Sandy Creek St. Cecilia rivalry back in the day. That rivalry still runs true. I wear my St. Cecilia hat whenever I broadcast Sandy Creek football games, kind of an Easter egg. Well, he has now gone and supplied us with some Sandy Creek football hats, so we will be rocking in Cougar gear tonight over in the town of Sutton.
I wouldn't think they would even let you off of the hill or off of your perch with a St. Cecilia hat on at a Sandy Creek game.
It was a strategy.
Not a very good one.
It was a strategy. Well, it got me a free hat.
Yeah. Look on the bright side. At least you got a free hat. God. Well, I'm glad you'll be in your Sandy Creek attire. Hopefully you'll put something on your social media site so I can see that.
There we go.
All right. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you again Monday at 7 here on Extreme Sports.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.